Right, so I'll play that one, right? I'm playing 960. I could play 5 minutes, 3 plus 2. I'm playing 960, chess 960, I'm playing 3 plus 2. So I'm looking for anybody rated up to 2,124 at 960 chess. Here we go. Right. Let's and shadow our bishop. That's okay. Got 2 minutes 33 at 960 here. Threatening checkmate and checkmate. Threatening 2 checkmates. Got him! So that was chess 960. Let's see if we can play another game. That was Lassie. He was rated 873. And Lassie, that was the name of a dog, you know. There used to be a TV show called Lassie. And Lassie was a dog. And everyone loved Lassie. It was almost like Black Beauty was a horse. Everyone loved Black Beauty. Those were the days. Here we are. We're playing another 960. Playing Blitz K8. Okay, what are we looking for in this position? We're studying the position. We need to activate pieces. We've got to watch where our weaknesses are. Our weaknesses are, nowhere really. Just here, probably. It's a weakness. If we can just support that opposite pawn here is probably right. He's got that one. Right, then we'll just play pawn here. Yeah, that opens up a bishop anyway. Doesn't attack his king very much, but we can always transfer it over, can't we? Just transfer it over. I've got some ideas about the position now. Some ideas. The knight here attacks 2 pawns. It attacks this pawn and that one. I might push it. Then I might have to dig deep then. I'm not threatening anything. Going there. We could kill his position. Got a good knight. Our knight's well placed. Got a blocked position. I'm very good in rapid chess with these types of positions. Blocks my bishop. The reason I take that is I want to play bishop here and attack his queen. That's my plan. I think it's a good plan. Now he's got to try to work out, is this good for him or bad for him? Going there. All right, we'll play knight. Oops, so we're going to play knight here. We're on this pawn. I'm attacking it 1, 2, 3, 4 times. There you go. He's worried now. I'll take that off. Because if he takes the bishop, we play rook takes rook. So we're still attacking the pawn. Well, he doesn't like this position. I can understand why. I'll take the knight. Now, take his queen with the bishop. Take his castle with the rook. Put my knight on a good square, eh? Let's just put the knight on a good square. And he resigned. He didn't like that. That was Blitz K8, new 3.2. My new rating, 1727. Oh boy, my rating's going up. Who thinks I'm good at 960? Ramsteez TV says, I don't, Johnny Boy doesn't muck around. He says, play 960 like it's a repertoire. Okay, so let's have a look at the position. Right, these are my weaknesses here. Right, they're my weaknesses. So I've got to work out how to fortify weaknesses and attack at the same time. So, well, the way to nullify this bishop is with e4, because we're going to protect it with this bishop, right? We're going to open up that bishop. There's a problem with it, and that is he can attack it straight away, but then he's got to face the consequences of my pure genius. Okay, so now see how his bishop goes there. We're going to play pawn here. We're going to get a bind on that square there, and the bishop's protecting the e-pawn. Right, so this is instinct. It's instinct. Right, so now what we'd really love is we'd love to put a knight on this square, but we can secure more squares. We've got one little problem. Let's open this. Let's open the bishop. We're threatening bishop takes pawn. So we're developing a piece and pushing a pawn. Okay. Now he's got a weakness there. I'd like to stop his knight going in there. I want to play knight here. Okay, the idea is I want to put my knight in here. Okay, that's my idea, because that's a good knight. If you can get a knight on f5 like that, that's good. And it can cause him some problems, cause him some serious problems. Okay, so now I want to put some more pieces on that knight. I have one knight protecting the other knight. Now he wants to do things, but let's occupy the central squares. We're occupying central squares. We're dominating the white squares on his side of the board. The advanced outposts on d5 and f5. We want to play pawn here. Why? Well, we don't want any of his knights coming in, right? We don't want that. We also want to play this move here, f4. If pawn takes, takes, and the rook will be on the king. Can you see that? Right, okay, so we'll take with the pawn, because that opens up the bishop to protect the knight, our advanced knight. Now we're going to play pawn here. Why are we playing pawn here? Well, we simply want to play pawn here, dislodge that knight, give him a check, check the king and win the queen. Okay? This is how you calculate your 960 chess. Okay, that wins the game. Now knight takes knight, check, and we win a queen. Isn't that easy? That's how you play 960 in 5, 10, 12 moves. And goodbye, queenie. And now for the checkmating attack, pawn here. Why do we make a move like that? It seems to open our king, seems to, but we're really doing something else. We're releasing. If he played pawn takes pawn, we would have played pawn here. And we might do it anyway. But might do that move anyway. He can't play pawn takes pawn now. Right, now we play pawn here because we're blocking his bishop. See the pawns here? His pawns are on black squares. So his bishop is blocked. We blocked his bishop. Now all we need to do is checkmate him. Bishop takes pawn. We're covering it. Again, we're playing in those white squares. And he might try something. He might try something. But he's got to be quick because otherwise he'll be checkmated. Pawn here is good. It just stops pawn there. It doesn't. He can't do that. Now the idea is queen here and checkmate there or here, right? So we're giving him a pawn. It's a waste of time taking that pawn, mind you. That would be stupid, but he might do it because he's desperate and he's running short of time. His name is Hydra Bey, and Hydra Bey is 859. He's from Turkmenistan. Now queen here threatens checkmate. What do you do? How do you stop it? How do you stop checkmate? Well, you can't stop it. Checkmate. All right, you can't stop it. Why couldn't he stop checkmate? Because after queen g5, after queen g5, The only move to stop checkmate here is rook here. But then we check here, and then when he puts his rook in, it's still checkmate. Okay? So there we go. Let's go and play, what's this? Is this 960? Yes! We've been challenged 960 by Raising Arizona. He's rated 1367, and he knows what he's doing. Okay, so I really got to be careful. It's tempting to play pawn here, but it's not a good move. Pawn here is a good move, because that threatens a pawn. Okay, now, pawn c5 looks good. Pawn c5. It's almost like trying to get a Sicilian type system where you want to play knight c6. You can gain a tempo, develop a piece and attack him. So it's all about tempos and developing your pieces. So I can play knight here now. So I develop a piece and I can attack him. Unfortunately, my bishop's not too effective. I now want to play pawn here with the idea of opening up my bishop. All right, so I got my cross bishops, right? Cross bishops attack. Okay, now I can play knight here. Threatening knight takes pawn check. Remember, his queen is out of the game. So is mine. So really, what really counts in this position are the minor pieces. Minor piece activity. I've got a massive threat. Massive chess threat. Positional chess threat. It's a monster. Bishop takes knight check. It's a killer. Now I've got bishop takes pawn. He gets counterplay, but I've got to take it because that was the name of the game. And now I'm threatening bishop takes pawn. I want to play bishop takes bishop, but not quite. Got to take it. Now he can open this bishop up very quickly. Let's activate the queen. Threatening a pawn. Yeah, okay. Trying to look at knight maneuvers. Pawn to d5. It stops pawn here. I don't want him to open his bishop. It's too strong. Pawn here is good. Why do I like pawn here? It's because it gives him a bad bishop. It's a pawn sacrifice. It's positional. Knight here now. My plan is to put my knight on that powerful square. And when my knight goes on that powerful square, it's good knight versus bad bishop. He might have been better to play pawn here. Give the pawn back was probably correct. After knight here, black's winning. Right, so he's got 6 pawns. I've got 2, 4, 6. But black is winning. Believe me, black is winning. Okay, so I'm going to play queen here because I don't want him to attack my king. I want to make sure that I'm the one in control in the end game. This is all about the end game, this position, right? I've got an outside pass pawn, right? So I've got the outside pass pawn. He wants to double rooks and do things like that. I can castle. Castled. And now black is still winning, but there are problems. We have problems in the position, but we're still winning. Okay, so I didn't want him to do that. I'll play knight here. I'll just test him. I'm just testing the waters. His knight move was, his castle move was very good. He's going there. Okay. I'm attacking his castle. Okay, he's going there. Well, I'll just go back and attack his queen. I've got a plan. It's a bit of a deep plan, but it's pawn here. If he tries doubling, which he will, I'll play knight here. Can't attack my queen. My real game is knight here on that pawn there. So that's my real game. Now knight hits queen. Threatening knight takes pawn. That stops a few things. He's still attacking me. We've still got our little pawn majority on the queen side, but it's very, very hard to get it moving. Gain another tempo. Now this is the key position. He played a bad move because he can't go here, so that means my king can wander over and win the endgame. He's going there, but I can just push a pawn for a queen. I could take it too. Pushing it's better. Supported by a good knight. Not easy to find a way to win it, but it should be a win. Should be a technical win. He's going there. Okay. King here. King here. My plan is to play rook hits rook. My other plan is to play king takes, king here, king here, king here, king takes, and wins the game, right? So 1, 2, 3, I'm looking 5 moves in front. Rook takes rook looks good. King hit, pawn there looks good, but I think king here is better. See, he's got to worry about that pawn. He resigned. Yeah, he can take that pawn, but he's got problems then. He's not queening. He's not going to get a queen or anything. I've got king here. I've got king here. King takes pawn. Yeah, king here. King takes pawn. King back. And 2 passed pawns are going to start going through there. Okay. All right then, chess 960. Let's play another game of chess 960. Okay, right, so how do we assess the position? Right, what's going on? He's aborted. Okay. New game. I'll make it 5 minutes. I can talk to you better than cancel. I'll make it a 5-minute chess 960. Then I can actually explain more about how you assess a position, right? Because chess 960 is really all about assessing positions, right? And being able to do it rather quickly. Okay, so he's assessing the position because we don't know what's going on. When I look at the position, what really counts is his first move. What's he trying to achieve? Any weaknesses? I've got a weakness here. See that pawn? Very weak. That means his pawn is very weak. So if I can get something on it, it'd be good. He's still got this pawn here and stuff. I like pawn here. It develops a bishop, right? It develops a bishop. Also controls those two squares. Now I like pawn here. I like that. It pins the knight against the castle, right? And we've just got a nice little position. Threatening to take your pawn off. It's gone there. Well, let's weaken his king a bit. So we've stolen a pawn. Now we're threatening knight takes pawn, attacks the queen and the castle. And as you can see, he is being destroyed. Bishop takes knight is good. You know why? Because my bishop, this bishop is blocking this knight now. His pawn's protected by the knight, so I don't have to worry about that. But now I can play pawn here. And I'm controlling these squares, right? Time here to get my queen working, I think. I might want to play pawn here if I can. I was worried about queen here. It does nothing, this move. I can play, if I want to improve, pawn hits bishop, make his bishop look stupid. It blocks his knight. His knight wants to go there, but he can't. Now I'm threatening his bishop. Now I play knight here. I'm actually threatening knight check. It's interesting, isn't it? You can see knight checks is a move. We'll play pawn here. He may make the mistake of playing knight there. I'm hoping. I hope he plays that. I could play queen there. I didn't see that yet. Yeah, that's a better move. It's a good move, good move, good move. I've got we have ways and means of making you talk. Now we can play pawn here. It looks like he's got lots of pieces on it, but I've got a counter move to it. I've opened up my king a bit though. Knight here. What's the pawn situation? I've got to do a pawn count here. I've got 7. He's got 2, 4, 6. So I've got an extra pawn. Might not be able to hold it. My plan was to play knight takes pawn. Right, so I'm going to play rook here. I can't do that. Damn, I'm playing king here. Actually, why not play pawn there first? No, it doesn't work. He's got this check, it's too strong. Okay, I've got to play king here. That's forced. This is not a good move. It looks good, but it's not a great move. I've got rook, it's queen. It's not clear. He's come back into the game. He's from India. He's in his jig band. He's playing very well. I've got rook takes knight check. Why not try it? Chess is a fun game. Let's play for fun. And knight takes pawn check. Knight takes bishop. Now, queen takes pawn check. So I've got all the pawns back and a few more. There's a rook check there. It's a nice rook check. And I've got a lovely little queen check there, but it doesn't do much. So we'll just play queen here. It protects the pawn and threatens to win the endgame. He's given me a check. I want to play queen takes pawn check there. If he takes the G pawn, so B pawn, G pawn, B pawn, G pawn. Rook here is good. And now we're going to win his queen. Oh no, he saved it. He found a way to save it, dirty dog. Okay, he's playing all right. I want to win this, but I can't. I'm going to play pawn here. I've still got 5 pawns. He's only got 4, so hopefully I can still do damage. There's a big check there. That's a monster. It's a checkmate. Checkmate with the castle. Only takes one mistake. Only takes one mistake, one malassessment of the position. And rook checks. That's checkmate. New 5-minute game. Here we go. Still searching for a 960 game. Here we go. I'm playing jig band again. He likes to play chess. I'll play pawn here. Am I threatening a pawn? No, I'm not. He's attacking my pawn. I gave him a pawn. I'm going to give him nothing now. I'll play pawn here. Just make my pawn structure solid. He should have played bishop takes pawn. Okay, so now that I've achieved that, I'm going to play pawn here. Open up this bishop. Pawn here releases the bishop along the diagonal. In chess, they often say knights before bishops, but in this case it doesn't matter. I can play knight here. This is a good move. Good knight there, and controls these squares. Do you know something? It's time to do a battering ram. Can anyone see a good battering ram move? Pawn here. I think that's good. I think that this is good. Yeah, and now we'll take back, and we're on the queen. Both queens at fate. Oh, he should not take. He put my castle on the open file. So that's where he's gone wrong. Now I've got a few tricky moves, like I've got knight here. And it doesn't do much. I like pawn takes pawn better. Lock out the bishop, then play pawn here. And then you've got a wedge. See the wedge? You can't play knight here now. Now, this bishop's a pain in the backside. It's probably time for me to get all my pieces out. I don't know the quickest possible way. Pawn there. I don't know whether that's right. I'm not sure. Bishop pins the knight. I think in this position, if we can eliminate his knight, eliminate that, and somehow, some way, just get my knights working. I got that check. Check's always good. Bishop here attacks the bishop. It can't be bad. Discovered check against the king. So you can see we're thinking quickly, thinking sharply, and we're just trying to give him a tough time. Interesting move, well played. Knight check here is strong. Knight here forks 2 castles. So the key move was obviously find the right knight check. He's going there, he's after a pawn in the middle. Now, I'm probably better off to take this one. I don't want him to break open too much here. I can play bishop here now. Just hold that pawn. Trying to hold that pawn. I'm looking at a sequence here. I'm looking at pawn here. Pawn takes pawn, or knight takes pawn. And now rook takes bishop. I like rook takes bishop. I like that one. Might not be good, but we'll just try it. And now knight takes pawn. The whole idea is we want to lock this bishop out of the game. If we can. He played the wrong move. I'm on that pawn. He moved it. King here's good, I think. Just rook its pawn. I mean, trying to get him to play a bad move like that. He doesn't play it. He played it properly. He playing there. Interesting. Now he can't take the pawns. Checkmate down the back. Straight out of chess.com puzzles. Also, there's a lot of drawing positions with the pawn here, but now I can turn my pawn into a B pawn. So really, he might want to push the pawn forwards. Pawn takes pawn. Let's start queening the pawn. Pawn here. Now we've got the position. Pawn here. Pawn there. We're starting to make a few inroads. Takes. Now the winning move might be rook here. Could be rook there. It's not that clear. Now I play rook here with the idea of, did you think rook takes pawn check? King here. Now I'm on his castle and on the pawn with check, but I'm also on pawn check. That's right. But rook takes pawn check looks even more powerful because, well, we're on his bishop. Oh, he's lost his bishop. Oh, no, he hasn't. Okay, we'll go here and we'll start queening these two pawns. We'll be queening those with checkmate, so it looks very bad for him. King here is good. Yeah, king here. He might try a bishop there, but it doesn't do anything. I just come here. It's an easy win for white. Easy win. My next move may well be rook here. That'll slow him up, threatening his bishop. And what I'm really trying to do is he check me there. I'll go here. Don't go up here because he'll check me and take a bishop. Now he's moved there. He's on a pawn, but he can't take it. It's going to be checkmate. Is bishop here the best move? How does he stop checkmate? It's like a puzzle, like a two-move checkmate puzzle. Find the key move. And if you can do that in chess and you're looking for a checkmate, often that'll get you a game, and you're going to, instead of playing 30 moves towards an end game, you win straight away, right, by finding key moves. If you can spot chess.com puzzle moves, you know, like mate in twos and things like that. Anyway, my move is it? Checkmate. There we go. That was easy. Okay, next one. New 5-minute game. Oh, does he want to go? Well, might want a rematch. Old jig band. He's back again. Right, now, again, we're going to try to assess this position. Every position's different in 960. He's playing b4. He's giving scope to his castle. He's got room for his knight now there. It's not a bad move. My king is a bit weak here. What else about the position? Well, I like a pawn here. I like that idea in this type of position. Reason being, if he plays pawn here or something, I'll get a tempo with knight there. He doesn't do it, so I can play knight here anyway. Now my knight's covering these two squares with the pawn. Okay, so now how do I improve my position? Well, pawn here stops the attack on that square. Now pawn here is possible. So I don't want him to do that. So I'm going to play pawn here. This stops pawn here, right? Because we've got these, right, now we're right. Now we're going to get our pieces working effectively. This knight is not very good. I'm just going to pin the knight just to gain time while I'm thinking. And that's just to confuse him, believe it or not, just to confuse him. My bishop's not good. I want to increase the power of my bishop. He's just threatening a pawn. It was easy to protect that. He's got a knight on the side of the board. Der Springer am Branda bringt Schande. got pawn here. Don't like it. I like pawn here, but that's a weakness. I want to take his bishop off, get the two bishops, try to, maybe I can win an endgame or something. Again, it's an outpost. Remember I was talking about outposts in chess? Uncommon king? Says sometimes you can till you make a move tricky. John, you can now move your rook from h8 to f8 and castle. There's a lot of things I can do, but are they good? Now, this is very important in chess, the correct way to take back. Okay, I'm going to take that way. Can't play king here. Protect the pawn. He was threatening a pawn. Putting my pawns on white squares makes my bishop strong. Trying to put my knight on a good outpost. Might try to trap his queen or something. Knight here looks good. Threatens a pawn. Threatens a pawn. Attacking two castles. Threatens that pawn too. Just in case he wants to be cheeky. I can sacrifice a pawn here. You think, oh, why would you do that, John? Why would you give him a pawn? Well, it's a trap. It's a big trap, but he doesn't see it. So we'll just continue with the attack. As you can see, we're on the bishop. He's got a weak c pawn. And our castle's coming in to get his king. So he's in big trouble. Now he's going there. He could lose his queen with pawn here. Pawn there will trap his queen. Rook checks will win a bishop. I could rook check him and win a bishop, but I'm just going to take his queen off. He's hoping that I'd do something else. He'd get his queen out, but he couldn't get his queen out. He gave it up because his queen was trapped. Did you see how his queen was trapped? I'll show you. Queen b5. I played c6. He played queen a6, but you say, oh, but he could go there. Well, rook here wins the queen. Rook there traps the queen. If I wanted to, I could just give him a check, and if he goes here to protect his bishop, I give him another check and take his bishop off. So it doesn't matter what he does, he's going to lose, right? He just bad structure. Okay, 960 chess. Here we go. This is a 960 chess stream. Here we go. Nathan said it was a good trap. Yeah, Speed Chess 14. I can see you, buddy. The Nightbot. Hello, Nightbot. Always say hello to the Nightbot. There we go. We're searching for a game. Always looking for a game of chess. Playing Armen La. He's 885. And it's chess 960. Okay, we've got to assess the position. He moved straight away. Not necessarily a good idea. You've got to think about the structure. I like pawn here. Opens up the queen. And now I can play bishop here. That controls that square. I've activated my white squared bishop, right? He's threatening queen takes pawn. There's a loose pawn there. Well, I can play pawn here. And now that square's covered. Also, I need to play pawn here. I think he's trying to attack me. It doesn't work. I might try queen here to see what... Ooh, queen there. I'm threatening a pawn with check. I wonder if he'll take the queen. If he takes the queen, I've got some other stuff I can do then. Okay, we'll take back with the pawn. Don't forget, we're also on this pawn for later on. It's going there. I can't take that pawn down there just yet. But I can play knight here, which is a really good move, because that's a lovely square for my knight. Now, do you notice that we've found another outpost? Knight here. What a lovely knight. What a beautiful knight. Okay, so we've found a nice outpost. This is all about placing your pieces on the correct square. If you place your pieces on the correct square, you'll win. You'll beat Magnus Carlsen. So it's only a matter of learning to move your pieces on the correct squares. Now he's castled, but he hasn't looked at the bishop. It's gone. So he's just lost a bishop. His name is Armen La. It sounds like something like Tutankhamun. You'd think he'd be from Egypt, but I think he's from Saskatchewan. Now, knight takes bishop. Why knight takes bishop? Because the bishop was protecting the pawn. Oh, no, and now we've lost a piece. No, we haven't. It's protected. There we go. We've got it all covered. And now, how many pawns has he got? 2, 4, 6, 7. So we're doing a calibration there. And we've got a rook on the only open file on the board, which is always good. Okay, he's giving me a pawn. Why not take it? 2 pawns are better than 1. So we did have, we've still got 8 pawns. I wonder if we could play some more moves that are pretty sneaky. Pawn here. I like that one. Just in case he wants to play knight there, I can play pawn here, you see. I anticipated his move. That's right. Now he's gone there, but it's covered by the castle. We've now got a double attack on his f-pawn. It's a double attack. Okay, so rook takes pawn. We're threatening checkmate in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About mate in 5? No, it's mate in 1. You made a mistake. You can't afford to make mistakes in chess. How come his clock's going? Oh, he lost on time. There we go. Rematch. Armen La, do you want a rematch? Oh, he's back. His name is Armen La, and he's a fighter. Now, again, we've got to assess the position. Pawn, he's got that move. It's not a bad move. Oh, the best move is probably pawn here. Because now if he plays pawn here, he loses a whole bishop cold. So I've got control of a diagonal for nothing. That's a big advantage in the first move. Pawn here. We're now securing this square here. Now we're looking at if we could play a couple of moves in a row. We'll play pawn here. It opens up our bishop. The idea is pawn here and pawn here wins a piece. It's very, very simple. Oh, pawn here. I'm threatening pawn there wins a piece. So I've taken full control of the centre. Oops. My queen's not on the square. Okay, so it's a sacrifice. It's a sacrifice. I didn't want to sacrifice. Okay, I didn't want to do that. I'm going to develop my pieces. I made a mistake. I admit it. I made a mistake. I'm going to outplay him now, pawn down. He's coming over for a checkmate. I'll play bishop here. Put my knight in there. I don't know what he's doing there. I can play knight hits castle. And I can play knight here, bring some more pieces up. I'm going to bring some more pieces up. It's going there. Oh. Got that now. Now my king is protected from his terrible attacks. Now I'm threatening queen takes knight. I'd say he's pretty well busted. He's just trying to be scary now. Now I'm attacking his queen, his castle, and his king. And now knight takes. Trying to open up my castle. Check there's good. Can't move anything. It's got no time and no position. So there you go. He's got the same amount of pawns, but his position's crap, isn't it? Okay, so I'll play knight check. A very powerful move, next move. Knight here. It's very strong. Threatens his castle. His castle hasn't got many squares. Pawn check here is good. That kills his bishop. His bishop can't come out. We won on time, but he's only got king here and king here. You don't want to play king there because rook check will murder you. So the only move is like king here. You can't go there. That's checkmate there. Almost checkmate. Almost checkmate. Anyway, so there we go. So there's some 960 games for you. I hope you enjoyed those. We've been streaming for 2 hours and 19 minutes. Have you enjoyed the 960 chess? Hey, Sigmunda, do you think I'm a good 960 player? I'm trying. 960. Right. Okay, play. I'm trying to, I'm a good 960. I think I'm a good 960 player, probably better than I am a chess player, ordinary chess. Okay, queen's opened. Negative, there's a negative though, and that's his bishop's crap. So, but now, he's threatening queen takes pawn. Right, so I've got to negate his attack. Now I've got two moves. I've got knight here. Would pawn to b4 be strong? Probably. So I think that's probably the best move, pawn here. Okay. There we go. We did that by logical deduction, move by move. Now we've got pawn here. That we're trying to control that square, trying to fight for that square. And now we can play a move like bishop here, because he wants to get his pieces out. We're trying to take his good pieces off. Now we can play a move like pawn here. Do you know what I'm really trying to do, don't you? Do you want me to explain what I'm really up to? Okay, I'll tell you, right? This is what I'm thinking, right? The master's thoughts. Have a look. See the pawn structure again? All on black squares. Bishop is dead. Can't move on those squares. So I'm murdering this bishop. That's what I'm doing. This bishop could turn into the best bishop on the board. So that's what I'm up to. So now I've got to improve my game. I want to play pawn here, but it might be dangerous. Or do I just want to lock him up with pawn here? He could get knights on good squares. I'll just play pawn here. Open up my bishop a bit. I'm not taking any risks. All I'm doing now is countering the counterparty risk of him installing his knight there. He may want to do that to try to prevent my bishop from being a good bishop. Do you know something? He's taking some awfully brave chances with me. I'll play bishop here. I might want to play this move at some stage. So I'm going to protect the pawn so that I might be able to do this. I'm going to get a knight working. It's going backwards. He wants to stop me. I'm going to play pawn here. I don't want him to play that move, you see. So there's a move I didn't want him to play. Oh, we castled. And now we've got a classic chess game position. Trying to encourage him to make weaknesses, which he does. He's made a weakness. How do we take advantage? Well, we pile up on this pawn in the middle. My next moves are rook here, and rook here. So I need 3 rook moves to put pressure on his e-pawn. He could counter putting pressure on my d-pawn, which he may well do. But let's just jump in here, double threat. Knight takes pawn, knight takes pawn. It's a double threat. Only one defense. Can you see the winning, not winning, can you see the defensive move he must play unless he's busted completely? And you know what it is? He has to go backwards. That's right. No, he didn't do the right move. Queen here would have protected both pawns. Now after knight takes pawn, we take this castle. But you know what? We might not take the castle. My knight's better than the castle. Why would I take that castle? Because I can. That's a good reason. Now I've got to be careful of checkmates. There are checkmates with bishops and queens along here. So how do I do that? It's not easy. It's a bit tricky. Let's just stop queen there. I'll get rid of that bishop. I hate that bishop. I want to put knight in there. At the right time. At the right time. I'm anticipating what he's planning. He wanted to control that diagonal again, so now I'll play knight here. Now his knight's pinned to his queen. I'm going to take his knight off. His only move is knight there. But it's not a good move. Doesn't matter what he does, but that's the best move. Knight takes knight now is very strong. Queen takes pawn. Rook takes is powerful. Double the rooks. I'm threatening rook takes pawn. Pawn here. It's a pin, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get him. Rook takes pawn. Get in the rook back. Rook takes, rook wins. Pawn takes. And now, what have I done? I've got outside pass pawn here. Outside pass pawn here. Push our pawn for a queen here. Takes, and Carlson's rule of the square says you can't catch both. Now if he tries to take this one, he's out of the queening square. So now if I give him a check, we can take it. So I'm going to play king here. You know, king here. Because I'm going to grab those ones. I'll take those. I take that. Now we've got pawns for queens everywhere. Here we go. That was Math Ferret. He actually played really well. Good game, Math Ferret. Okay, he played really well. So what's my 960 record? Game history? Let's have a look and see how we're going with the game history with my 960 record. Just 960. Oh my God, I'm doing well, aren't I? Just 960. I've played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games. I played 10 games at 960 for 10 wins. So I'm pretty good at 960. I think I might take this up professionally, this 960 chess. Okay, all right then. We could do a review. I'm going to do a review. See what the chess computer says about my rating performance for 960 chess. Okay, so here's my game. And I'm going to show you what the chess computer says about, there it is there. The chess computer says I played at a rating performance of 2,200. And I played at 92.3% accuracy. So the computer says that I'm a good 960 player. Isn't that nice to know? My opponent played at 83.5% accuracy. I had a lot of fun playing 960 chess. And with that, I am going to have a rest, I think. It's 4:20. I'll just play some of my good friends in the stream. Anybody would like to give me a game? You don't have to play me 960. I set it for standard, so any friends of mine that want to play me some chess, I am the magician on chess.com. Okay, play a friend. Create a challenge link for a 5-minute game. Copy the link. Oh my God, there's a Lee Chess link. I found a Lee Chess link. Oh, do you want to see my Lichess account? Who wants to see my old Lichess account? I'll show you. I'll show you my Lichess account, right? I stream on chess.com, but I'll show you my Lichess account. So if any of you guys ever go into Lichess, you can see who I am. Do you know who I am in Lichess? That's right. My name's Dr. Stupid. So I'll play a 3+2 blitz. And what's Dr. Stupid's rating? I better get my doctor's stethoscope out. Hold on. I got the stethoscope. I don't know whether it helps me with the chess. Gives me an earache. Ah! I've got to check the position with the stethoscope. Now my opponent's still got his heartbeat. It's still working. Here we go. Oh, there we go. Some people say, "Oh, Johnny, are you a doctor?" I'm an idiot. I don't know about a doctor. Then again, a lot of can be idiots. Bishop E7. I've got 2 minutes 48. The guy's fast, so I better move on. Stop yakking away, Johnny. This guy's 2,330. Now I've got an active position. I just want to open up his king at all costs. Open up his king. This is very dangerous, what he's doing. We've got dynamic equality. If anything, we may have an advantage. I'm after this pawn. I want to take all the pawns off. Oh, that's a big pawn. Look at my pawn structure. Look at those pawns go forwards. His rook's trapped. I got his rook trapped. My idea is to push this pawn and push that pawn. And then his castle's trapped. He's got me here. How come? Well, we won on time. We were winning, and then we let the position go astray a bit, and then we won on time. New rating 2,373 on Lichess. There we go. So just so you can see my rating, 2,373. So that's Dr. Stupid on Lichess. Okay. All right, we'll get back to chess.com. We'll get back to chess.com. There you go. I used to have a rating of about 2,450 on Lichess. About 2,450. Chess.com detected my opponent was cheating, right? Can you see the message? There you go. It says, we've detected that one or more of your recent opponents is cheating. They gave me 8 rating points. There we go. Right, so they gave me 8 rating points. So I'll delete that message. But that was nice of chess.com. Let's have a look now. Epidamus says, let's play chess. Don't know what that's about. And what does Uncommon King say? He says, get your head around this game played 2 minutes ago. So we're going to have a look at the game that has been suggested to us. Hold on. Is this my game, is it? Looks like my game. Oh, that's right. Yeah. I sent him the game. I thought it was a great game. Do you want to see it? I'll show you. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Where is it? I've got to go back now. I lost it. So this is the game, right? I sent my friend Uncommon a message about this game here. It's loading. Right, so this is the game that I sent to my friend. I said, get your head around this game. I said, this was a really good game. And with that, we'll show you the game. Okay, so opened up, I'm playing a guy called Cruise 29. As it's not 960 chess, it's normal chess, right? And Cruise 29 is rated 2,238, comes from Croatia. So he played c4, the English opening, so I played e6. Actually, he played e6, I played c4. Knight c3, I'm getting a bit tired. Might be the medication. d5, I can always blame my medication if I forget things, can't I? Anyway, d4, and so now we've got a Queen's Gambit declined, Queen's Knight variation, Bishop b4 for black, perfectly good move. Knight f3, develop the pieces. He played c5. A lot of other players in this position would take the pawn off. They would. Try to hold it and win. c5 is played. I played e3. So all I'm doing is just supporting all the central pawns. Nothing fantastic. Knight f6 is played. I played bishop d2. Right, just to ask him, what's his bishop there doing? It's not pinning my king, my knight against the queen because the bishop unpins it. He castled. I played a3 and said, well, what are you doing with your bishop? You're going to take my knight or aren't you going to take it, right? So he took it off and I recaptured with the bishop. And so now I'm threatening pawn takes pawn. That's a real threat. So he played knight there. So I just played rook c1 to protect the bishop, right? He played d takes c4. This is a mistake, right? Because white needs to move this bishop out anyway to develop the bishop, right? So you're just helping white recapture and prepare castling. So it was a bad move, right? Anyway, he played a6 then. He wants to harass my bishop. Anyway, so I just castled. I was happy. Played b5. He's harassing me now. So I just played bishop d3 and attacked his knight. Now here he played another bad move. He plays another bad move. One bad move after another. So the correct move in the position should be I suppose he's got to take it, hasn't he? Anyway, he took it. Knight takes c3, rook takes c3. Then he played c takes d4. And I thought, oh, what's he doing here? So I played knight takes d4. Because why? Why does white play this position like this? Piece activity. That's what it's all about. Chess is about piece activity. And now we've got a castle on the only open file on the board. We've got a bishop raging down towards the king. We've got a centralised knight that's, well, doing nothing at the moment, but might do something. And we've got a queen that might come over and join the party on the king's side. Anyway, so he plays bishop b7. And I'm thinking to myself, what do I do here? How do I take advantage of my excellent development? And I came up with this move, queen h5, right? So I came up with queen h5. Anyway, he played g6 to stop the checkmate. Then I played queen h6. Then he made a mistake. Do you know what he played? You could ask a lot of players in this position, what move would you play, right? For instance, if you decided to play a move like knight here, white can draw very easily with knight takes pawn. That's what I reckon. I think so. Anyway, played e5. Bad move. Why is it a bad move? It's a bad move because of this. Knight here. Threatens checkmate. And then what does he do? Honestly, what move does he play? Well, in this position, he played queen f6. Now, in that position, if he took the knight, after bishop takes pawn, you can't stop the checkmate. Okay, so he played queen f6. So we played rook c7. That's right. This is a beautiful position. Why is it beautiful? Because in this position, he can't take the knight. He can't take it, right? He can't take the knight because he'll lose his queen, right? So in other words, white's got activity, piece activity. He's got pieces everywhere. We're threatening knight check. See the knight check? And if the king moves, we take his castle with checkmate. So we're threatening his bishop and threatening knight check. We've got a double attack. So what does he do? We played rook to d8 and he attacked my bishop. Okay, so he said, what he's saying really is, okay, you take my bishop, he's saying, I will take your bishop. It's not a bad idea, is it? Anyway, so we gave him a check first. Why did we do that? Well, we did it for fun. Okay, so now he played king h8. That's the only move. And now he took his bishop. But do you know what? He's got a new problem. Now he can't take my bishop because of the checkmate here. Right? This is all because of lack of development. His two pieces over here not working. So he said, well, I better get my pieces working. So he played knight d7. That's in this position. We've got a good move. I played knight to d5. knight to d5. He played queen to c6. Chess is an unbelievable game, isn't it? And you look at the position, you say, well, he's attacking a queen and a knight. So how on earth can you hold this position? Well, I'll show you. I played rook takes d7. He played rook takes d7, and I played e4. And now I've held my knight. And now I've got 4 pieces, and he's only got 3. Well, he played rook c8. So I played f4. Plan is bring a castle into the attack on the king. He played queen c5 check, and I moved in the corner. Played queen d4, and now he's attacking my bishop. So what move would you play here? Well, I played knight there, and he resigned. He can't stop checkmate. So we give him the bishop, but it's checkmate. He can't stop it. So it's a very pretty game. Okay, so I just thought I'd share that with you. That was only played yesterday. It was played yesterday during my stream yesterday, okay? Anyway, with that, I've been streaming for 2 hours and 52 minutes, and I'll probably make a YouTube video out of the games I played on 960 chess, where I played 10 games and I won 10 in a row, right? Okay, so yeah, that'll be fun. It'll be good for chess school. So if you want to check out my YouTube videos, go and check them out on YouTube. It's just the FM John Curtis Chess channel on YouTube, okay? And you can see lots of videos there where I played Hans Niemann, I played Magnus Carlsen, I played lots of top players, right? And I played the Hikaru bot, and I beat the Hikaru bot. And yeah, so I played lots of them. And I even played in Title Tuesday, and I beat number 2 in the world. I think it was Goria China or one of those. But she was the women's number 2 in the world, and I beat her. So there we go. She's a GM. Anyway, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to end my stream. I'm going to do a quick raid. I'm going to do a quick raid. I'm going to do a raid channel. Raid channel. Here we are. Raid channel. So we're going to do a raid. Thank you, Raising Arizona. Take care of yourself, buddy. Do you want to go and see Azizana? She's very pretty. Probably plays good chess too. She's at chess.com. The Chess Imposter is here. Oh boy. We don't want to see Chess Imposter. What we'll do is we will raid Azizana. She likes to slay people, she says. Here she is. This is Azizana. We're going to start a raid now. God bless you all. God bless your families. Thank you so much for joining me with our 960 chess special, and I'll catch you next time. Rating Azizana now with 25 viewers.
Thank you, John. Say, John, Mr. John Curtis. Thank you. Hope you had a nice stream. Welcome, people. Just started my stream. Just starting this morning. Just chilling.